stuff set up still. Hold on. All right, here we are. All right, what are we doing about this? Are we gonna play the US again? Morning, Bylas. Oh shit, almost forgot something. Hold on. I need rather to set something. All right, I think that's good. All right. Hey Skex. Hey Matseu. Hey Boom. Could you Germany? So the deciding factor of this was I believe US was a harder start, and the game got a little easy and repetitive after the first playthrough, so I kind of wanted to do a hard start again. And enforcing random policies like random ideologies didn't seem to work so well. So, I mean, we certainly could try something like Germany. If we did do that, what are we working with? So I thought maybe we just push the starting debt up much higher to begin with. And then possibly play with innate liberalism, innate socialism setups to make it a little bit more difficult. I don't know what the difficulty slider does. Did we have that up last time? I can't remember that either. I think we maybe had that up last time, but maybe didn't. It'd be nice to find out if there's any society policies we can end up with that don't have, that aren't always liberal social. But they just seem better policies, quite honestly, in this game, the way this game's set up. Alright, let's try this. Let's pump difficulty up. Let's start innate liberalism down. And innate socialism down. I think that makes the game easier, or harder, right? Is economic cycle adding? I don't know, honestly. Morning, Itadiki. Alright.
You have returned.
Thank you for the resub, Azatul. Welcome back.
Filthy hype.
Okay. Compulsory voting. 3 parties. I know. Prime Gaming should always auto-refresh, I agree. But it does not. Economic cycle is the ebb and flow of the world economy. Alright, we'll play with that just a little bit too, see if it changes anything. Yeah. Alright, what do we want to be? Science Party. The Unity Pacifists. Some funny names in here. I like the euphemisms. Party for change like really gets me every time I read that. I'm like, yeah, party for change. The Futurist Party. Playing against the Dominion and the Equality Party. Yeah. You name it yourself, you can. But I like their names. Alright, so we're going to bump difficulty up. Play with the socialism and liberalism settings. I think this makes it more difficult when they go down, because I think a lot of the policies that affect them are pretty powerful policies. We'll leave debt where it was. I didn't find that super fun one way or the other, and I imagine if you start with crushing debt, you just basically have no options. And we'll turn the economic cycle and the difficulty settings up. See how it goes. Party for chat. The party of chat repression. Let's do it. All right, playing Germany for some reason. All right. Welcome to your new job. The lives of all 84 million citizens are now in my hands. As you will imagine, there are a number of situations and concerns that you'll need to deal with as soon as possible. We'll keep an eye on the long-term improvements of our citizen quality of life. Please do not forget that you face re-election in 4 years. All right, begin term in office. Unemployment, crime, big deal. All right. What makes up our voting bloc? Capitalists, largest faction in the country, followed by the poor. Really? Poor. Security briefing, threat effective. Threat. No threats. Morning, QED. Yeah, I like it. I like to be able to say filthy played at democracy today. I think that statement makes me amusing. Makes me amused, rather. Let's see. The poor, the environmentalists, the socialists, the state employees, and the retired all vote for us as we stand. 50% of the country is poor. 60% of the country is considered poor here. And 80% of the poor votes for us, is how I think I read that. All right. What are our... alcohol abuse is a big problem. We started Germany yesterday, or last time. Do we want to start Germany again? Actually, I think I want to play one I haven't played. Rip. Sorry. I just remembered that we've done Germany already. Let's do... Canada. People's Choice Party sounds correct. Facing off against the Freedom Brigade even, and the... I thought this said the In-Law Party. Modern Family Party. Sounds pretty evil. Alright, we're gonna try this being up to 25%. Yeah. Alright. Health is not in good shape in Canada, apparently. Only 37 million people in Canada. All right. What drives the Canadian voter bloc? Motorists. Wow. 70% motorist voters. 70% of Canada made up of motorists. Good. Maybe we'll have a different game if we can't just immediately shaft the motorists. But I remember the motorists were a particularly hilarious group of individuals who actually all hated being motorists. So we're happy about any changes to having to motor around. All right. Biggest problems. Obesity. Respiratory disease. Doctor strikes. Pollution. Uncompetitive economy. Environmental protests. Is this Alberta? Spiritually, this is Alberta for sure. Also, cyber warfare. How does the intelligence services positively... Oh, probably this level of intelligence services is not enough to prevent cyber warfare. Yeah. We don't start super popular. Yeah. Let's take a look then at what we can adjust. So, all motorists hate traffic congestion. It is literally the defining one issue voters of Canada are driven entirely by traffic congestion. And traffic congestion has been going up historically. The problem, the biggest driver right now. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not true. The biggest negative impact of traffic congestion is the Canadian geography. So I think what this means is we need to invade America. We need more Canadian geography to drive down traffic congestion. If there's more space to drive, less traffic congestion. Makes sense. Barring that, we need to limit car usage a bit without pissing off the motorists. All right. These things. Fucking road building. Road building, apparently, it turns out in society is actually one of the scammiest things to spend money on. Who knew? Who knew? So I believe actually there's something weird about road building, right? Which is our current level of road building increases car usage and decreases traffic congestion. What happens if I... Essential maintenance is allowed. Okay. What do we have? We have 15 political capital. Natural path. I don't need suggestions. I mean, you're welcome, I guess, to suggest right now, but got to figure out the relations that's going on in this particular country. And again, like, we got to keep the motorists happy. Motorists and commuters. I forgot there's different people. These are the motorists are literally people who drive for fun. And then commuters are the people who are forced to drive for work. The Electric Car Initiative. It's pretty cheap to raise it up, but anyways, keep looking around. Man, all driving for fun. I feel like that just naturally bends itself when people realize that driving around isn't fun. But how do we know? How do I know? I'm just the ruler of the Canadian free world today. What policies do we have available to us? I've been enjoying democracy. The game, settler, to be clear. Welfare Fraud Department, Tobacco Awareness Campaign, Genital Mutilation Bans, Economy. We get a Cthulhu? Yeah, this is like the original SimCity and has disasters, I believe. I can think of some fun ones. On boards, tax shelters, taxes, punitive tax on soup. Everyone loves taxing superstores. But we're looking particularly for the motorists. Hybrid car initiative. Wait, we already have that passed. Why is that here? I just clicked on the fucking hybrid car initiative. I was just there. What am I getting scammed by right now? Traffic congestion. No. Motorists. I swear we just were there. There's electric cars, not hybrid cars. Okay. All right, that's believable. Thanks. It's true. That's easily confused. Icon controls. Weighted. Scale icons in main UI based on their relative contribution to government. From weighted combination of value, popularity, finances, and influence. Huh, cool. Current value. Like the amount. Policy popularity looks like a nice one. This is a good menu we never found last time. Icon controls. Financial data. We have a $30 billion deficit. Where does our income come from? Income tax, government borrowing. Expenditures are on state pensions, state schools, and oil drilling subsidies. Cancel the policy for 4. Currently costing us $8 billion a year. Drives up GDP, drives up oil supply, drives up CO2 emissions, drives up foreign investment, drives down environmentalists' happiness and environmental membership. Well, this is I have a hard time imagining needing oil drilling subsidies. This seems like a very unnecessary policy. And it was our 3rd biggest expenditure. We spend more on oil drilling. We spend more on getting companies to come set up and drill oil than we do on our fucking military. That seems really out of proportion. Mods, can we get a command for Democracy 4, maybe Dem 4 or D4 or something like that as the prefix? Get a D4 difficulty. We're on 200% difficulty, 25% inherent, or 50% inherent socialism, or whatever the hell the half the starting socialism was, half the starting liberalism was, and 25% more impact of the global economy. I know I've got... Oh, it's just QED this morning. Poor QED. Good morning, QED. Alright. So, early moves. Gotta get our popularity up. Option for 0% socialism. This is innate socialism, right? So, it was making really similar games. It's a bar. I think I can guess that it starts at 50% or starts at 100% or something, and I halved it. We're almost certainly going to cancel that policy just to start working on the deficit here. I got to figure out commuters. Traffic congestion is a big one for us right now because it drives all of our popularity. We could try investing in public transportation. Particularly rail membership, or rail usage maybe. Is where? In our transport tab up here, where are the rails? We've got bus usage. Do we have anything? We have bus subsidies and bus lanes in place already. Cycling campaigns out. Subsidized school buses. Electric car initiative. GDP, cycling campaign, rail industry. Right. So, slash the subsidies. I think we gotta up our cycling campaign. What does this cost me? It cost me 1 and like 10 cents. Alright, we're gonna apply that for 1. We're going to... where was the... I sort by finances. Is this positive or negative finances? It must be positive. Not quite what I want it to do, is it? Oh no, it does say contribution based on their relative plus or minus to government finances. So one of these should be oil subsidies. That one. Nice. Alright, we're going to cancel this policy. Okay. Alright, 10 social or political capital remaining this turn. We've got pollution, obesity, and respiratory problems. And finance problems. Do we have a smoking tax in here? Right there. Everyone dislikes smoking tax? Why? Strange. It's expensive to do this. Well, I say that. Yeah, it's really expensive. 8 to do that. I guess Americans take away their guns and they're going to be angry. Canadians take away their cigarettes and they're going to be angry. Okay. Good to know. Cultural differences being learned through video games. We're becoming closer with the world, chat. Learning more about our fellow North Americans. Get this fucking car usage down. What is this? Game hunting restrictions? What game is there to hunt in Canada that's needs to be protected? Hunting animals for sport is a contentious pursuit, especially if their numbers in the wild are dwindling. However, wild animals can be considered to be a part of a country's natural resources, able to be exploited to create a valuable hunting industry. Regulating game hunting is a way of managing animal populations, protecting other species, and ensuring hunters pay for their privileges. Of course, nature may best be served by an outright ban. So this isn't like hunting fellow Canadians or something. That's too bad. Hunting the slowest of Canadians. Alright. Taking stock of our start here. Let's see what early policies we can do to start working with respiratory disease and obesity. Those tend to be, you can get those going down, everything sort of works around that. So policies here. Tobacco awareness campaign. I remember it being fairly cheap, both in cost and in political capital. Oh, I forgot if I hit implement there, we're fucked. All right, in we go. All right. Okay. What else for the economy? Other taxes. Junk food. There's a car tax that motorists are not going to like. Diverted tax, enterprise, health food subsidies, junk food, public services, youth policies, stamp out racism, social justice, keep the country tidy, free eye test, cyberbullying awareness, law and order, witness protection, national armed force, transport, telecommuting initiative and carpooling campaign, and bicycle subsidies. All of these I think are good for us right now. The car usage, of course, terrible for everything in this game. 2 of 8 for this. Trade unionists like it, commuters like it, car usage goes down, parents in the telecom industry like it. Yeah. Throw this up. Max. Wrong button. Are there hotkeys for this? Be like F5 or 5. 5 does nothing. F5 does nothing. I thought I saw hotkey options for this last time. Yeah. Alright, we're going to just quickly hop to the main menu. See if there was... Oh, there's mods for this game? I didn't know that. Awards Compass. Compass? Okay. Player guide. Awards Compass website options. Ooh, it's a randomized start. We're clicking this next time, chat. 100%. Looking at that now, in fact. That's going to make for more replayability, and we didn't find that last time. Autosave, political honeymoon. Hoping there'd be control options. It looks like no. Yeah. Alright, anyways, continue our game. Alright, so we got a couple things left. Let's go ahead with policies. I'm going to fire off more of these transport oriented policies, fuel efficiency standards, carpooling campaign, bicycle subsidies. We're at 6 remaining. Carpooling campaign, absolutely. None of these cost anything, so it's like impossible to get away from them. And bicycle subsidies, bus usage down, environmentalists go up, car usage down, rail industry and obesity go down, health goes up. Yeah. All right. Go. Cyberbullying awareness campaign. So we have cyber warfare as a problem, but that's not bullying. I wonder if we have any ability to boost our... We only have 2, so we can't do this, right? Why is this? Oh, we have 4. We have 2. How the fuck can I even move that around then? I don't know if I just moved something. I think I didn't. All right. Let's go ahead and move forward. All right. Urgent policy question about fracking. Budget deficits down from 30 to 24 billion, but that's still a lot. Members of Defenders of the Flag are criticizing government policies in their leaflets. We'll have them executed. I believe Canadian law allows execution of defamatory leaflets, or rather the proprietors of businesses printing defamatory leaflets anyways. Okay. What's the policy question about fracking? Hydraulic fracking, better known as, hydraulic fracturing, better known as fracking. Opens up potentially a huge source of energy. On the other hand, there's serious environmental concerns about the process. Banning it. No. I mean, there's probably a shit ton of money in here. What was capitalist as a... I guess we can go check. Capitalists are second biggest voter bloc after motorists. Liberals are also fairly high. Environmentalists are our 6th biggest bloc. Have to deal with health issues. Are our biggest negative impacts on the board right now. And getting pollution down will help with everything too. Yeah. All right, let's ban it. We're gonna hurt capitalists short term. And security briefing. It's up a little bit. Isn't cyber warfare reducing GDF? Is that possibly in GDP? I don't know what GDF is. Am I still in the office setup? Yeah. Yep. GDP by 20%. Well, it's not. The problem is cyber warfare isn't the thing that gets changed with cyberbullying awareness. So yes, we wish to reduce... no, it's not even doing that. It has a negative back. Yeah. I don't know how much it's reducing it by. I mean, we can look. Pretty fucking minimal, it looks like. I say that it's the top. I couldn't find it on the list, so I thought it was minimal. No, in fact, it is the biggest negative impact on our GDP right now. But I think there's policing for that. So maybe we'll spend some... We were looking last turn to do something with some of the defensive kind of measures. How did you get 18% out of that? It is 18%, but I don't know how you saw that without hovering. All right, so deficit's still a problem. We got to get both, gotta get income up. Oh, I did hover? Okay. So some sort of tax might be nice. Do a couple things with it. Bring in a little bit of income, lower some usage of that product, and then maybe do some health-related concerns by doing that. And then we could do some more cutting. Child benefits, state health service, military state pensions are a big one. Who likes state pensions? Capitalists don't like them. The poor like them. Socialists and retired like them. Now, socialists and retired vote for us, but there's not a lot of them. Is there any impact at all on commuters or motorists? The backbone of Canadian society? Probably not. What can we do with these? At what for resources right now? Currently at 17. 16 to move it 1 block down, is that right? No, 8 to move it 1 block down. $16 to move it 2 blocks down. Aim to shape you into a common builder is very different for every country to start. We just found a randomized start option, disheveled human, so I can't really answer that until we try that, which will be next game. My first couple games were fairly similar in their starts. So what is this? This is a... Why does this reduce poverty? To reduce state pensions, out of curiosity. How much are we saving here, too? We're currently spending 20 billion on state pensions. We drop it down, all of the turn stuff, we can get another 6.5 billion out of it. Right. Let's slash state pensions. The change to income immediate. It's like, yeah. All right, big one there. We do any small little tiny things for motorists? Oil price, electric car initiative. No. Wait, how does it let me do this? Oh, because there's only 1 to go up this one. What does this do? They're also a hybrid car initiative. They compete with each other. I want to see, are there things I can move around with what? Can I like, is there a filter to filter by things I can influence this turn? How much influence the other? Oh, okay, so this is kind of a good one too, interestingly. So scale icons in main UI based on how they influence other values or people. Can I do that by thing? All right. Go ahead and move forward. All right. Budget deficit down again. We brought it from 30 to 16 billion. We've halved the budget deficit in 2 quarters. Urgent policy that requires... Poverty's going up. Probably a good thing, right? It's green. Upgrades to our telecom infrastructure would involve buying hardware from a prominent foreign company with strong links to a foreign government with dubious motives. Security professionals have expressed serious concern that this will undermine our security and are calling for the company to be blacklisted. With society increasingly dependent on internet and telecoms, is it really sensible to allow dubious foreign powers to effectively control our infrastructure? Modern IT systems are so complex we can never really know what they've introduced. In the event of a conflict with this nation, it might be too late to regret what we've done. This is a government interference that borders on xenophobic. Of course, it would be wonderful if all of our critical security components could be manufactured at home at bargain prices, but in the real world, we have to buy overseas. Banning this company would simply make all of our infrastructure more expensive for no noticeable gain. We're banning foreign fucking firms. I mean, it's Canada, quite honestly. But cybersecurity is a big problem for us right now, representing 18% of our GDP loss, as pointed out by chat. So, we don't want that to be increased. All right, GDP takes a hit for no reason whatsoever. Capitalists don't like it, understandable. Patriots like it. All right. I don't think there are Canadian patriots in this game. Patriots are the lowest represented party besides wealthy on the entire team here. The entire voting block. All right, what can we do about cybersecurity? Up military spending, increased intelligence services, or decrease crime? Sizable spy agency. What's it going to cost me to move this around? 8 and... $250 million. Cyber warfare will get massively hit. Although it's quite a delay. Liberals will go down and crime will go down. Patriots. We're doing this. Intelligence services applied. Spy satellite network deployed over Canada. We will watch each and every individual elk for questions of loyalty to the state. Applied. All right, we want some more economy things if we can. All hockey pucks will be accounted for at all times, not just counted. All right, we would like to tax smoking, but apparently that's the hardest thing in the world to tax in the state. What other taxes can we add? We do need to generate some more income. Junk food tax. The youth don't like it. Increases poverty. Everyone's income goes down. Health and obesity. It's not terrible. A little bit expensive. 6. Who doesn't like junk food tax? The youth. Only the youth don't like this. How big of a youth voter block? They're only like twice as big as patriots. So there's in fact no youth in Canada who vote. Sure. What's the voting age in Canada, chat? It is done. Is it done? Are you done, Nobu? Like, you're done? Oh my god. Congratulations, Nobu. That's gotta feel so fucking good. Gotta feel so good. Yeah, I think that goes without saying, doesn't it? Yeah, Nobu's a writer, chat. If you're not clear what the conversation's about. Just finished another book. Congratulations. Alright, we have 2 political capital left this turn. Book number 21, the final book, you have a title for it, or is the title shit like some secret stuff that we can't talk about? I was just curious. I don't wanna fuck with your trade secrets, Nobu, but if you have a title, I was kind of curious what it was. Could add more bicycling subsidies. Could add more carpooling campaign. Didn't I max carpooling campaign? Oh, I can move it around to see. Probably changing. Okay. Won't worry about it then. What else do we have here? So, cycling campaign is in full effect. Carpooling campaign's in full effect. Bicycling subsidies in full effect. Gotta get these people out of their cars. Can't mess with roads right now. Telecommuting initiatives in full effect. What filter are we on right now? Weighted. Bus lanes could be upped. Motorists don't like bus lanes. Commuters love them, motorists hate them. Controversial bus lanes. Okay. Right now you call it that fucking book? Yeah. Yeah, I understand that sentiment. Alright, I'm not sure we have much else for this. So we found... Hey, McConaughey. Welcome back.
Hope subverting the democratic process makes you feel better. It always works for me.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. That's accurate. Healthy eating campaign. Pump a bit more money into this. How much more is this? 7 million. Small effects on health and obesity and plant-based diets. That does anything. It only cost me 1, which is nice, but... Compulsory is school sports. So what is this one that's going ape shit over here? Obesity. And respiratory disease. Tobacco usage is a big one. Tobacco awareness campaign, max funded. We have an awareness campaign? Yeah, we just looked at that, right? So it's tax and awareness campaign is about it. Dump the maple syrup reserve? No, that's a strategic resource. We're not going to be depleting the maple syrup reserve. It's just not going to happen. All right. Where was the next policy we can fire off regarding this? The country tidy. Witness protection program. National Armed Forces Week. Drive up that patriot vote. Anytime we want security, the patriots like it, which I'm pleased with. Alcohol awareness campaign. Maxed funded already. Family planning. What do the motorists think of family planning? This is a big question on our policy docket here. The electrocute falling men campaign is that full effect? Good. Under discrimination. I'm looking for. Oh, I only have 2 points left. Maybe I don't worry about it this turn. I was thinking I was looking for something small here. I guess I'm just gonna end the turn. All right. So environmental alliance is a problem. I don't understand why the environmental alliance has problems with us. Everything we've done so far has had positive environmental impacts. Is there an opinion to boost investment in the fiber internet? Yeah, but it's a crime-ridden, exploitive industry for sure. All right, former military leaders sentenced. Military leaders who actively suppress democratic process have been sentenced in our court. These are powerful people, and our judiciary has bravely upheld the laws of our country. We've made the strong statement: no one is above the law, and justice will be done. The global economy is doing well. It has a positive effect on our GDP. GDP down. The government's currently running at a deficit of 15 billion again. Tonight's news headlines. For 3 generations, Lily Rose Paquette and her family have run a small, well-regarded food manufacturer making candy for children. The fucking terrorist. Alright. So hopefully, you know, the Canadian Secret Police got her. I assume that's what happened. Morning, wow. Alright, what's next? Plastic bag tax? Sure, it's a cheap one, we could do that. I still gotta work on these commuters. Do we, chat, alright, chat, I hate to do this because we're just getting into this and I'm kind of enjoying this morning. But I do want to point out that we found, right after starting this, we found a randomized issues. And I do feel like I'm going through the same steps again, based on our economy. Because again, although I have now played Australia, Germany, America, and Canada, the issues that seem to be the biggest problem are still respiratory disease and obesity, and then which is all driven by car usage in this game. So I keep finding that we end up with a similar start, even though we just tweaked all the difficulty settings. We're still ending with a very similar set of policies. We could try restarting with random issues and see if that drives a more interesting game, or rather a more different game. What do you guys think? Do it. Or respiratory disease a hoax. I'm sure I'm able to do that. Do we restart? You're calling audit on updating the command? We'll see. All right, restart. All right, let's quickly save this because this is fine. Yeah. And let's do a quick restart. Main menu, new game. All right, I think it took those settings, right? Let's just double check. It's kind of weird. I mean, I get that. Reduces the impact electioneering has on swaying votes for voters with higher education, which is seen to be linked to income and national education levels. Mute on Alt Tab. No. Lock to 60 FPS. Political capital. Enable the political capital system in the game. How do you do anything without the political capital system? It literally drives all of your policy decisions, policy powers. No idea. All right. Who needs political honeymoon? I like the idea of it, right? You first get into office, people are a little bit more open to the idea that you're going to do something different, and it may have to take a minute before they can judge you. I don't hate that idea. All right, are we playing Canada again? I kind of want to play Canada again. No real reason. Pass. We just started that. Might as well. All right. We're going to go difficulty up. Innate socialism down. Innate liberalism down. Economic cycle up. All right. We are the Freedom Brigade, absolutely. We stand for brigading freely. And we are against the Absolute Unity Party. Believes all things must reach absolute zero. And the Reform Society Party. All right. All right. Let's see. Full randomized start. Obesity and respiratory disease, the 2 biggest problems, followed by pollution. This isn't a random start. This is the exact same fucking start we just did. Motorists, capitalists, liberals, commuters. What? How is this? What did they randomize then? Like, what does the setting do? Randomized start allows the simulation to randomize the data for new games. Give me a second. I'm going to restart the game and see if it changes anything when I get those settings into play. Go download the Argentina mod, possibly. Yeah, the mod interfaces. I have to find that shit. Not really interested in it. Alright, let's see if that mattered at all. Canada. I'm not playing Democracy 3. Same issues. Okay, I guess we'll continue from our game then. I don't know what it's randomizing, but... Got it, Mark, thanks. Alright. So got our stuff moving to push people away from those. We're at 16 social capital. This is the beginning of the turn. Economy is a big issue for us right now, since we can't get our deficit spending under control right now. What is this? The Northwest Passage? Northwest Passage is a trade route that runs along Canada's northern coastline, often blocked entirely by ice. Climate change has led to melting sea ice and allowed for this route, which dramatically cuts shipping times and allowed wider vessels than those that could use the Panama Canal. Who knew? Learned something. Okay. Alright, chat. So what are our primary issues that we give a shit about here? Global warming has silver lining. What is this? State schools. There's a gray line. Okay. Dude, everyone are only impacted by human development, tobacco. There's only like 5 things that everyone cares about. You ready? Freedom of the press, the cost of cigarettes, how much carbon tax there is, and human development. And then smaller issues, corruption, crime, and violent crime. What a bizarre thing to say. I was expecting that to, like, look how many things drive capitalists. These are the things that influence capitalists. I was expecting everything to influence everyone. But why is everyone affected by tobacco tax? I don't know, man. Canada, apparently. Maybe a Canadian-only setting. Alright, motorists like electric cars. They don't like car emissions. Our current level of road building is not pleasing to motorists. What does that mean? It means if we cut down road building, they're going to be pissy. If we up car building, we will reduce traffic congestion, but we will increase car usage, which long term I think is not where we want to be. Because cars are the devil in this game. Literally the devil. What a commute. Can we? I want to consolidate our vote a bit here. I'm a bit worried about how few people support us right now. Game is weird. The game is quite good. It needs a little bit more replayability, and I would like to be able to play from different political outlooks. Thank you, Kex, for the 46 months. Welcome back. We want to drive. I guess I got to look a little bit further into motorists or car usage. Rail usage, bus usage, petrol tax, carpooling campaign, our emission limits, cycling campaign, bicycle subsidies, middle earning, internet speed, poor earning, high earning. But really, we just have road building, which is going to be unpopular if I cut road building, although it will drive usage down. Rail usage and bus usage. Rail industry. They'll be competitive with each other too, unfortunately. Ads when you join the stream. Twitch is doing some weird stuff with ads right now. It's totally outside of the influence, the streamer's control, right? Which is they're adding mid-roll stuff that shows up. It's just I have no control basically over ads besides the ones I play when I walk away from the computer. Those are the only ones I have any control over. And if I run those regularly, then I stop pre-roll ads. I see, because you're sobering up. Gotcha. All right. What else can we do here? I hate that the smoking tax is going to piss everybody off. It's very politically expensive, too. 16 for what? For 1 billion? 750 million. It will pretty negatively impact tobacco usage in 8 quarters. Well, we could attack things that attack our GDP. I think I already spent on intelligence services, so that presumably will be kicking in. What other big negatives we have? Pollution. Rare earth mineral mining. Reforestation. That's generally a pretty solid one. All right, looking at this. How much will this cost me? From 161 million to, that's nothing. Cost me almost nothing. All right, that's an apply changes. Okay. What else for respiratory disease? That's obesity. Okay. Respiratory disease, reforestation, environment. It's just car usage, man. Car usage is negative for everything. I don't think we have any other ways to attack that right now. Not without pissing him off. Might still be worth pissing him off slightly. Gig economy will drive down car usage. Capitalists like a gig economy, though. Okay. Might have to be a petrol tax. They're not gonna like it. It's insanely expensive to move this around. It barely moves that at all. Where is motorists as a group? Not a lot else I think we can do here. Emission limits, maybe. Maybe prop up like rail usage or something as an alternative. Where is rail usage as an alternative? So we have 8 for a policy right now. Isn't there a car tax? We already have it in, maybe? It's insanely expensive again. Motors income will go up, oil demand will go down, car usage will go up. CO2 emissions will go down, capitalists won't like it, environmentalists will like it. Wait, what the fuck just happened? It's so awkward because I have to capture this with window capture as opposed to... Anyways. Yep, I'll be blocking some of this. I guess I can move it up slightly. Maybe to get it out of the way. that the same height for all of them? Take a look. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. Alright, I guess if that's all we can do for now, then we're gonna have to figure out different ways to do this. I still want to defund roading a little bit here. Road stuff. Motorists will not like it, and traffic congestion will go up. Do I have to fund it? Our usage up, congestion down. Motorists like it. Environmentalists aren't super excited. I want to see what else. All right, let's try some of these filters, see if we get anything that's useful here. So biggest impact on finances right now, big and small. State energy company is a cost. Military spending, state pensions, child benefits, income tax, corporation tax. Corporation tax costs me money? No, it's income. State health service, state schools. We did fuck old people already 0 by taking away some of the pension. We could knock it again, maybe. Another 8 here for what? 2 billion only. $2 billion only. But I mean, your options are cut spending or increase income. Those are your options. Expenditures still, state pensions the largest. Cutting the largest percentage thing maybe is a thing. Rating 15 billion out of thin air seems rough. Hey, Seawolf Sam.
Political stream. Filthy
Thanks.
hype capital.
Thanks for the resub, man. Welcome back. All right. Let's punish the elderly again. Okay. Increase sales tax, maybe. Urgent political question, sure. Major donors abandoned party, sure. Global economy is doing well, good. Budget deficit still. Approval ratings disappointing. Threat assessment. So what's the policy question? Expand public rights of way. As we build more houses in our country, often once open land that was used by walkers and hikers increasingly become closed off, considered private property. Socialist campaigners protested these changes, are calling for expansion of protected public rights of way. Isn't there a fuck ton of space in Canada? Although I kind of agree, does it really matter to a farmer if a few walkers and hikers glaze across the land on designated footpath? So who's this going to piss off? So far this has done nothing for actual... So it's interesting about these because it's a weird brain fuck, right? Because you're trying to be logically consistent with what your decision-making process is to some degree. But these pop-up events don't actually seem to trigger outcomes. They just trigger popularity changes. So like by saying this, I haven't actually passed a law that I'm aware of that has anything to do with this. Maybe there's prerequisites for this, but like it doesn't change my policies. It doesn't change what I'm doing. It just says what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe it impacts more than people's opinion. Maybe it also impacts some policies. Maybe I'm wrong there. So what is this going to do? What do socialists want? How big of an influence are socialists in the country? Actually, really not that big of an influence. It could be considered liberalist too. Who's gonna like private property? Capitalists, presumably. All right, I'm gonna take no action. Private land is private land. All right, farmers like that, and socialists don't like it. Who knew? Farmers don't like people trespassing on their land, I guess. I didn't know that. Didn't know that was a big problem for farmers. Who the fuck is wandering around farms? This girl is pretty. I don't know why she's so pissy. Both environmentalists and motorless. All right. Supposedly, we've gotten obesity down a little bit. Respiratory disease still a big problem, though. Up to reforestation. Tobacco usage is a big driver of negative health, and I'm not sure what I can do about that besides up the tax, which everyone doesn't want. What is my current existing capital? 13. I could use some cash, honestly. What will we get from this? 831 income. We get so little, man. It's like a $250 million from this. And it will do a little bit of an impact, like almost double the decrease in tobacco usage, but it's a million terms away, which is probably good. Expensive to move around. All right. 5 political capital left. Do we have the Make Canada Great Again policy pass that we could pass somewhere? Sales tax. What is this going to cost us to move around? Cost us 18 to move, it costs us 9 to move at 1. What does it do? We do move at 9. Middle income's going to go down. Or middle income people, I think that is middle income goes down. Socialists like it, capitalists don't like it, equality goes up, the wealthy don't like it, poor earning, middle earning, and high earning goes down, GDP goes down, charity goes down, cryptocurrency adoption goes up. How much of an increase in money for this is it? It's quite a lot, even for a single policy is 6 billion. That's actually something we could do. Although not this turn. Next turn, I guess. What is this one? Food tax. All right, what other indicators of finances are there? So you show me finances at scale. So messing with that one then is going to be a pretty big increase. State schools. Drives up education. Drives down poverty and unemployment. We cut funding for state schools. Save $2 billion per period. Education suffers a little bit. Alright, let's call this a turn so I have some capital to work with next turn. What can I store right now? 26, so we're gonna be good on that. Any little fluffy policies we can pass right now? Food stamps, welfare department, fraud. Isn't this a... How much can we make off this? 4 we can make almost nothing. 178 million. For 4 we can make 35 million. Piss off the capitalists. Cyberbullying awareness, free parenting classes, in the country clean. Environment matters for us for respiratory health. Social Justice Foundation and Youth Politics Council. And then two-quarter implementation time costs not very much rather, and bumps environmentalists membership opinion and increases the environment. I think we're gonna do this. All right. Carbon tax is really expensive. All right. Credit rating downgraded. Reap. Okay. Political economy's doing well. One of my cabinet members used to talk to us. Down to 14 billion deficit. Limited popularity. What does she want? Is tired of serving in your government and may wish to leave. Consider you may be able to save them a stay by taking further steps to please their core supporters, motorists, and environmentalists. Suggested policy to implement biofuel subsidies. Moderately expensive, depending on what we pay for it. Reduces oil demand, reduces CO2 emissions, increases food price, farmer income. Motorists like it, environmentalists. This is actually okay. 10 policies, quite a lot. I'm not sure we care about keeping her. She is this guy, right? This girl. What's wrong with her? Her loyalty is just fucked. Yeah, it's just her loyalty is fucked. Maybe we do try to hold on to her. Alright, what do we do with this? I do actually want to drive down oil demand. I just don't actually want to pay much for funding it. Maybe I do want to... I mean... Cost is only... I mean, it's twice as expensive there to 4 million. That's 3 million at 4. 2 million or down to almost nothing. Question is, what do we care more about? A small amount of bump. Decrease on oil demand decreases... I think it's just car usage increases oil demand. I don't think oil demand has any impact directly on car usage. So we're not going to help fix that problem. CO2 emissions down is good, of course. Other things are fairly mild. Why is it? It's not. Okay. I think we're gonna just do that. Okay. We'll just gut the bit. We'll say absolutely. We'll do what you need. We'll get your constituents pleased. We'll pass this bill for you. And we just gut it entirely, taking out all portions of it that have any impact on anything. Alright, let's do another turn. Alright. One of my other ministers needs to talk to us. Low corruption praised. Nice. That doesn't impact motorists. He wants us to implement a business startup campaign. And what's the policy? Capitalists like it, so self-employed like it. Self-employed membership goes up. It's not very expensive at all. Very cheap in political capital. So it's easy to hold on to if we want it. Isabella Gauthier. What does she want? Middle income and self-employed are her constituents. Middle income does not vote for us for shit and probably won't be anytime soon. And the self-employed are where? Also, pretty small percentage of people and also pretty low. I think we're getting rid of her. I think. Alright, let's go back to our normal weighted view. Considering messing with income tax. Did we move up income tax already? We're at 50% income tax. Holy shit, that's so much. Move it up to 59. Make another 5 billion out of that. How expensive is it? It's only 9 to do that too. For their fucking middle income. But deficit going down, maybe? I can't seem to get taxes in this country to do anything for us. Alright, we have 17 political capital. What can we do with taxes? punitive tax on superstores. Capitalists don't like it. Self-employed do. Car usage goes down. Jesus, we need ways to drive car usage. This might be good for us. GDP goes down. Not great. Environmental self-employed membership goes up. Socialist goes up. Capitalists hate all tax, by the way. Capitalists just like it when, in this game, capitalists love it when your deficit is massive for no reason. And no environmental laws are enforced at all. Frequent flyer tax. Air travel GDP and wealthy goes down. Socialist environmentalist goes up. We can get maybe up to 2 billion out of that one. 2 billion out of flyer tax is interesting. Get up to 2 billion out of this. Empty home tax gets a $500 million. Converted profits 2 billion. Capital gains 4 billion. Although it tanks economy, will force stores or force businesses out of our country, which we don't really want right now. Car tax. All right, what's punitive tax superstores? We're gonna fire this off at full. All right, 4 social capital left. I want to get rid of her. Take a look if we can do that. Everyone will be pissy if this happens. But I did get rid of her. She's the economy minister. I think she'll probably go away on her own if we refuse to do her thing that she wants here. It's just hurting our political capital quite a lot right now. All right, 4 political capital left. How's the danger? The Security Council? We seem to have this mostly under control. Could increase bus subsidies or bus lanes. That's school bus subsidies. That's bus lanes. This is bus subsidies. Yeah, it has some weird underlying values in this game, doesn't it? Like what it chooses, what it decides are linked. Like, it's a really cool game. It's really in-depth. It has a lot of linked things which are fun to play with. I like, you know, very complicated lever systems, basically. But it runs the issue of if all these things are always linked the same way, then your options tend to be relatively the same each gameplay. Alright, so this has stopped flashing, so presumably we're starting to do something for respiratory disease and obesity. Pollution over here. Rare earth mining. What does this do? It ups productivity, patriotism. Pollution slightly, and capitalists like it. Does it make us any money? It makes us costs stuff. Wait. Support national initiatives for rare earth metal mining in order to make the country's industrial and high-tech production less dependent on imports from foreign countries. The extraction process is not good for the environment, but our technological advantage depends on rare earth minerals. Environmentalists are furious. Okay. Sell uranium to the Russians? That doesn't seem necessary. They have their own uranium. Uncompetitive economy being driven by corporation tax, payroll tax, minimum wage. Go home regulations. 4 left. I think we just move this forward because I think the things I want to do are too expensive for this turn. All right. All right, health slowly creeping up. Urgent policy question. 11 billion deficit still. Gain some new people. Popularity's up to 40%. Appoint senior judge. One of the most senior and respected judges has died. You have to make his choice for replacement among the nominated candidates. The individual will sit in our courts for a long time. Is that how the Canadian courts work too? Edgar Lopez has been a strong supporter of human rights, making many landmark rulings in favor of individual rights and liberties. He's also seen as strongly pro-consumer, not afraid to challenge large corporations. Alice Reed is a household name thanks to her famous rulings concerning violent crimes and her outspoken views and the harsh sentences that she feels should be applied to thieves, muggers, and shoplifters. Yes, shoplifters, the true source of violent crime in our society. Death sentence necessary. Is violent crime a major issue in our country? A negative. Liberals versus conservatives for voting blocks. Liberals are a bigger block than conservatives here by quite a lot, and conservatives don't like us anyways. Seems very easy. Very easy pick. Lopez, you're in. Okay. Oh, bike thieves deserve execution via drone strike. Immediate drone strike. But I don't think that's an option in this game, unfortunately. Okay. Political capital at 16. More taxes. I mean, we're already taxing people's income by 50%. I'm not sure we need more taxes, but maybe. Empty homes tax and frequent flyer tax. How big of an impact does this drive on the economy? Air travel is fucking super bad for the environment. Is it time to reshuffle the... I'm okay with most of our people, honestly. I guess I would like to know what they're being driven as. Motorists. Capitalists. This guy probably is not going to be with us for long. We'll see. Capitalists and liberals. Motorists. Motorists. They're such a big... Who knew motorists were so big as a political influence? I never knew this in my life. You'd ask me, like, what are the top 5, like, special interest groups that control the government? Fucking motorists would not even have been anywhere near that. I guess it's just like the fucking secret Illuminati government control group that I never knew about. Alright, what else can we do for income? Big car behind everything, yeah. Big car. What else could you call that? Big consumer, no. Call it, you do something with road rage in there? Could you do something like... Oh, I don't see that fitting particularly well either. Big vroom. Cute. Playing as Canada right now. Karma. That's cute. Wheel. Nah, it's gotta be like big wheel. Like, you know, like you see the bicycles with the huge fat tires, or like, I'm thinking like monster trucks right now. What would you call it? Maybe it'll come to me. I'm not getting anything really clever. Alright. Cyber warfare going down. Big honk. We don't have any really big issues right now. We could focus on popularity here. I think things like planting trees makes you happy, like everyone happy. Not planting trees. What was the... Ooh, what does import tariffs do? Capitalism up, patriotism up, international trade down, unemployment down, foreign relations down, uncompetitive economy down. State housing. Food stamps and childcare provision. Looking for cheap knocks respiratory disease, increases oil demand, environmentalists like it. This is banning coal, carbon capture and storage. Expensive, right? Yeah. Consumer rights. Day bank holiday. National business, organized organic farming subsidy. Obesity, capitalism, food price down. I want something that appeals to liberals and motorists particularly. Robot research grants could be nice if we could afford it. Rural development grants. Increases rail usage and car usage. Small business grants are inherently expensive. The telecom, tax shelters, vertical farm, workers on boards. Capitalists don't like it. Trade unionists, socialists do. Doctor strike goes down. Productivity goes down. Why would productivity go down? I guess it's probably the idea of having reasonable rights. Dude, frequent flyer tax. Doesn't even piss off the capitalists. It just tanks GDP again. Get some serious income out of this. Just hurts the GDP is the problem. Environmentalists are a pretty big voter bloc, although they already like us. Do I have no other transportation things that I could do here? Yes, okay, we could do for cheap funding of hybrid cars. Its political cost is a lot. Environmentalists like us. Car usage goes up, which isn't great. The environment gets better. High earnings like us. Electric car transition goes up. Environmentalist membership goes up. Environmentalist income goes up, and motorists like us. We would like motorists to be buddy with us. I just don't really want to drive car usage right now. But that's a strong consideration right now. Pretty cheap. Could have a big impact. How do we not have technology colleges funded at all? Increases education, state employees, technology, state employees membership. Public libraries, education quality. They're cheap too. $500,000. Climate change adaptation fund. On order, witness proportionate fines. What is this? High earning don't like it. The wealthy don't like it. Socialists do. No, I'm looking. The poor like it, which is actually a pretty big voter bloc in this country. Could raise money, but not anything. So this is almost 16 political capital. Fucking hell. This our usage goes up. Free bus passes. Is this a hold on, is this a free bus passes moment? No. Congestion charging. Alright. I think we decided what it was. I think out of all this it was something I've immediately forgotten. It was a tax on flying. Okay. Free bus passes increases generational wealth gap. I think it decreases generational wealth gap. Okay. We're going to implement this. Tax the fuck out of it. Okay. And the turn. Feels like it could be really a progressive transportation policy for. Not wrong. Not wrong. Alright. Cyber warfare. Experts are glad to announce that the threat of cyber warfare against our nation is now greatly reduced. Good. Gig economy is no longer a major source of employment. That's kind of bad. New major party donor. Excellent. Support democracy protesters is an urgent policy question that requires your immediate input. Do we believe in democracy or not? We're Canadian. Who knows what we believe in? Only like 4 of us. Is it percentage of the population of the world? Who knows? We do a lot of profitable trade with the country. Okay. Street protests are taking place in a foreign country with historical ties to us. We do a lot of profitable trade with this country, but their government is authoritarian and we face pressure to openly support the cause of the street protesters. Do we believe in democracy or not? This should not be complicated. If the government is showing authoritarian tendencies and we believe the protesters have a point, then we should stand by our principles and back them. Not keep quiet because it earns us money in trade deals to look the other way. Or, we'd be angered if we faced protesters in our streets, as all democracies do, and foreign leaders started openly backing the protesters against our government. It'd be terrible for our diplomatic relations with this trading partner if we took the side of a relatively small number of protesters in the street. So what is it? Patriotism? GDP? Capitalists? Liberalists? We support the protesters. All right. International trade goes down, foreign relations go down, liberals. We get a bump. This is campaigning, chat. We're campaigning right now. All right. Speaking of campaigning, how long? 12 turns to the next election. All right. Environmentalist trending, commuters trending towards us. It's good. Gotta get motorists trending up. Be the next thing. How is the threat level? Minimal. The Rural Alliance, that's a credible Canadian threat. Where are my Canadian viewers when I want to make fun of Canadians for a little? Where's Galvia? Galvia. All right. What else do we have going on here? All right. All the problems are down again, so we're just working on popularity and economy. JB from TO, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Infants on rotating toilets is a huge policy here. Okay. Need income. So finance is weighted. Largest financial things here right now that we haven't messed with. Unfortunately, public services are all like super necessary for everything. We could get a sales tax, income tax, corporation tax, all pretty big. Is this a carbon tax? Is already here? Oh, interesting. Everyone hates the carbon tax. Motorists hate the carbon tax. Okay. Motorists are a scam. How do I just have to deal with traffic congestion. Confirm only 4 of you? Yeah. Alright, where is this? I was looking for something specific. I think I was considering fucking with roads again. If I fuck with road building. Which does negatively impact traffic congestion. And traffic congestion is a big fucking issue for me. Dude, it's gonna piss motorists off too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. Too many of my voters are motorists. Motorists have me over a barrel here. I have no recourse. So we gotta, if we can't cut costs, we're gonna have to generate more money. Start working on the economy. Problem with the economy is it requires investment. Thank you, Niablas. Welcome back. What would we do? I'm seriously considering upping the sales tax again, the income tax. I want to see what happens if we have 100% income tax. We did this. What does this get us? Another 6 billion. Not super popular with voters. Who knew? Cool. All right. Let's tax our people a little bit more. Easy. Okay. And Any fluff social shit we can do? Robot research grants. Clean energy subsidies. The Trade Council seems cheap. Let's drive the Trade Council. We'll implement the Trade Council at full funding. Yeah. And I think that's good for this turn. Right. I don't know what that means, Veteran Vandal. What is a flat tax structure? All right, credit rating upgraded. We've been scammed by garbage. It has outsmarted our ministers. Unfortunate. We have a budget surplus this quarter. Growing concern of an extreme religious organization known the Angels of Heavenly Justice. Which I believe is actually headquartered in a local strip club. But here we are, dealing with them as a threat. There's now a membership of 18 of them in that one club. Terrifying. Terrifying. Progressive tax structures tax people differently depending on tiers. I see. All right, so one of our people is pissy. Three of our, what is the problem here? Political capital is just environmentalist down from what? Why could the environmentalists possibly be upset with us? We got to get rid of this girl, Isabella, whatever her name is. All right, so where are my people again? So you have an issue. Juliet, transport minister. I would like to keep her. I don't like this mechanic. This mechanic in this game repeatedly makes no sense to me. I don't understand why her loyalty goes down. Both environmentalists and motorists are positively impacting her. Positively feeding into her at a pretty decent rate. So why then is her loyalty going down? Shouldn't her loyalty be going up? Oh, I see. Thanks, Mark. This is it's just a mechanic that doesn't make any sense. As it is right now, ministers constantly get angry at you for no reason whatsoever, even when you're appeasing their voter bloc, which makes no sense at all. All right, we have a very small surplus. It's time to invest that surplus into technology. So let's take a look. We have 16 political capital, which isn't a lot. Robot research grants, possibly, but what about this stuff? So GDP is eventually driven by, let's go back to this. Driven by lots of things. Private schools, GDP drives private schools. Science funding drives GDP. Stability driven by GDP. Obesity driven by GDP. All right. So science funding, I want impacts of technology. That was what it was, because technology was a... Wait, technology I thought was an indicator. What? Technology doesn't drive GDP at all? Bolshevik foreign language classes. Drives productivity. Where's productivity? Productivity is there. State Postal Service drives productivity. No. Yeah, I think we're going to get into tech here. Stem cell research. Popularity with religious and conservatives who haven't said a goddamn word here. All right, what can we put into this? This is currently costing us 35 million. We can make that 62 million. the cost of, what is this? Cost of 13 to go to there. And it creeps GDP up 22 turns into the future. Creeps health up 16 turns into the future and creeps tech up immediately. So expensive. All right, what are the other options around this type? Like, I want to see weighted impact of policy popularity. Actually might be something to look at too, since we are trying to build popularity right now. What is this one? The Racial Discrimination Act. For one, I could boost this more, and it seems to be a big driver apparently of, or very popular. At 64%. I'm not sure if this thing makes any sense then. So people like things that help them, obviously. They don't like border controls. What are border controls doing for us? Canadian border controls. Patriots like it. Liberals, immigration, ethnic minorities, and tourism all suffer from this. Costing us stuff. What happens if I move it around? Random passport checks. Passport checks. Not even everyone gets their passport checked. Patriots would hate this. What if I just cancel the fucking thing? I can't. There's no. I can't have no border controls apparently. Okay. Be a fairly big boost with liberals, who are a voter bloc we're kind of trying to convert, since there's a fair chunk of them. What else do people not like? They don't like wiretapping. I mean, this is some weird coloration, right? Big in green is 64. There's got to be something else. The size has got to mean something else, right? Because this is 64%. That's 56%. The different size, I think it's 2 sizes down, right? I think that's still bigger than that. So this is 64, 58, 56. Maybe it also somehow displays the amount of people it impacts. I'm not sure. Oh, and it's different groups think differently of it, which makes total sense. So who likes this? Liberals and ethnic minorities. So what I actually want to see here is which policies are popular with motorists. Motorists hate all things. Motorists are notoriously difficult to please. Okay, nothing will help them. All right, capitalists, anything? I mean, we're alienating the capitalists every policy we choose, pretty much. Okay. Ethnic minorities are a pretty big voter bloc. I didn't realize quite how large they were. They're our largest voter bloc right now. Ethnic minorities, citizenship tests, foreign aid, both drive this. This one, again, only pisses off conservative. This hits our biggest voter bloc and our 4th biggest voter bloc simultaneously for the cost of 1 political capital. All right, we're going to have maximum racial discrimination.
Quitters never win.
Prevention, I guess.
Am I see that right? Filthy has surplus money smile.
Indeed, Levi, thank you. All right, apply that. Canada. Welcome back, man. Okay, what else? Unemployed benefits. Quantitative easing. I don't know what even this is. The fuck is quantitative easing? A form of unconventional monetary policy where the central bank effectively prints extra money and uses it to purchase bonds and stocks. This can spur immediate economic activity, but will also cause inflation and increase the wealth of people who own stocks. Increasing inflation, the capitalists love it, the wealthy love it, the high earning love it, and GDP likes it. Fucks our currency strength. And cancel the policy for 9. It's gonna piss capitalists off if we do that. Capitalists in this game are very short-term interest. Very short-term interest. As I said, this game has a very strong moral stance, or political stance, I guess. Unpopular policies, property tax. Police beatings. What is this? Prisons. This level of prisons makes capitalists happy, or makes liberals happy. Okay. I'm not sure I gain a lot from this screen. I get to see what the impacts are, which is kind of nice, but I don't get to really see much that I can act upon. Influence, values, or people. Foreign aid and border controls and citizen tests. Let's take a look. What do we currently have for citizen tests? Patriots love it. Racial tension pretty low. Patriot membership driven up. Immigration, liberals, ethnic minorities. If I reduce this, I can reduce. It costs almost nothing. I can reduce how much. I don't understand this chat. Okay, this slide. Okay, here we get fucked with my translation of these numbers to what they're actually saying they do here. So if I look at this right now, the current level of citizenship test has a minus 23% impact on racial tension. But if I lower citizenship testing, we're going to increase racial tension right now. I guess could make sense. People who are like, oh, we're not actually making sure quality people are coming into our country or something like this, right? Patriots don't love it. Patriot membership declines. Immigration goes up because it's a lessening of a negative on immigration. All right, we're going to do this one. Okay. And then we did that one mostly because it's bumping both of our voter blocks and I'm running for re-election at some point. What else? Impacted ethnic minorities here. That was citizenship tests, racial tension, foreign aid. Foreign relations. There's another one for this, right? Not with the amount of ethnic minorities have. Don't want high racial tension. But I think I just lowered. Oh, I did up racial tension, but I made ethnic minorities happier. Although they'll be driven down again by racial tension, sure. What else fucked with that though? Where was racial tension? Racial tension, ethnic minorities care about racial. Racial tension is here. Racial tension is driven by immigration, poverty, unemployment, citizenship tests. Citizenship tests have a, I can't even tell the color because when I hover, I think it's red. I just lowered that. Although presumably a small amount. Compulsory foreign language classes impacts racial tension. Oh, they're very compulsory right now. Okay. Game interface have a dark mode. Not that I'm aware of. If there is a dark mode, people should let me know, but I don't think there is. Alright. So not a whole lot else we could do from this. 11 policy points left. Let's go randomly invest in some tech, I guess. I think we had a tech schools available. At colleges for 10. Increases technology and education. We're going to do that. We're going to fire that off at maximum. Yeah. There is a dark mode. Where do I find it? Oh, right there. Is that easier on the eyes? That's harder on my eyes. What are the other options? That's... but not great. Wait, that's also a dark mode? I don't know what these differences are. Chat, do you know what these? I don't even know what this word is. So we have dark. We have, what is this? Deuteranopia dark? What the fuck does Deuteranopia mean? DEU. Alright, I'm looking that up. Form of color blindness, which the retina is deficient or lacks cone colors relating to. Okay. So it's helping with color blindness. I do not suffer from. Okay. Alright, I think, chat, my vote from all those is still light mode, honestly. Like, I thought dark mode was worse. So we'll look here as a community of viewers together looking at this, okay? Busy, but it's a busy game. And then is this better? I mean, it's less bright. It is definitely less bright. Does this help in some way? You're not getting blinded. The blue is too light. Your dark mode is fail. Less bright, more contrast. You hate it. Hard to look at. I don't know. I don't know how you watch this as a viewer. Like, I mean, I'm doing my best to keep you guys up to date on what I'm thinking about when I go through things, but it must be extremely confusing to watch this as a viewer. Like you're never gonna be able to like hover icons or something, right? Hard to look at the left side of the screen. You guys want to vote? You guys want to vote, don't you? Fine. All right, because democracy. All right, I guess this is a good time to microwave some food while you guys are voting on this. So let's start the poll up. Come back to here, come back to here. And then let me know. Bit of a gray mode, right? I'm gonna let you guys vote. I think they're I can play with either of these. They're both fine. I think the light mode was a little bit better, but I'm not sure it was that much better. Just didn't find this to be any sort of improvement. Not trying to sleep, so it doesn't matter to you. Well, I had someone post on one of my Civ guide videos the other day, like one of the ones from 5 years ago. The big one, the 4-hour one. Someone posted, I really wanted to watch this, but I fell asleep during it. It was a weird comment to post on a YouTube channel, I thought, but I let him know that it was a tool. He can use it for whatever he wants. He wants to use it as a sleep aid. That's up to him. So point being, some people might want to use this as a sleep aid. It's not unheard of in my community to use my content as sleep aid. So, all right, I'm going to walk away from the computer chat. Because of the way I'm capturing this game, which is a little bit unfortunate, I'm not going to turn off webcams or anything else. There's no one in the office, so it's just me moving around. So if you hear like gunfire in the background or something, just assume I'm not coming back. But other than that, I should only be a few minutes as I throw food in the microwave. Back in a few. Alright, I'm back, chat. What did you guys decide? What are we running for light mode versus dark mode? 57% light mode. Perfect. A meaningless change that will now irritate 40% of the people. Perfect. Alright, I think I've lost support with, wait, what? Why did this change again? Didn't I just change this to light mode? No. One heart, one mind. You have a lot of